Okay, so in this video we are going to look at our own web pages that we've built on the internet. So far we've only looked at them on our own computer locally. To look at them live on the internet, to upload them live to the internet, we're going to have to get a web hosting account, get a domain name and hook it up to that account, and then upload it using FTP client like Filezilla. Okay, so I'm going to use nearlyfreespeech.net for the web hosting in this tutorial. It's not my favorite host, but it is one of the cheapest out there. It's about $15 to get started, and then they'll deduct about a quarter a month from that balance. So you have quite a while on that $15, and then you just have to add another $15. Um, Other hosts like Media Temple are like $20 a month, or cheaper ones are like $60 a year. But Nearly Free Speech is a good one. They're a good company, and it'll be easier for me to register and get everything hooked up in one tutorial vid. I don't have to wait for them to email me back or anything like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go to nearlyfreespeech.net. I'm gonna do sign up now. I'm going to create a membership. And I'm using a weird email address because I already have an account with these people. But I want to show you all the full process. Okay, so they're saying check your email for the welcome email. I don't see it yet. I think we gave the right email address. Okay, so it took a minute, but that email finally came in. In here, I'm looking for a temporary password they gave me. I'm going to copy that. And I gave a link to confirm the email. So I've clicked that and I've confirmed. Okay, so now we have our membership account. I'm going to fund it. Okay, I'm going to click deposit now. Okay, our money's in there. I'm going to return to the account. we want to create a new site probably. I think I'm logged in the wrong account, which is odd. Now I'm using the temporary password that was in that email when I logged in the first time. Okay. First thing I'm going to do while I'm in here is change that temporary password to something I can remember. It's in profile. And you'll need to use this password for a couple things. You'll need to use it for your FTP upload password. I believe the next thing we need to do is create a new site. You must have funded account. That's annoying. I put that money on the wrong account because I was already logged in. Okay. So hopefully that's on the right account this time. Create a new site. Okay, we don't have this domain yet, but we're going to get it in a minute. So I'm just going to enter it here. You can use the default server. Okay, so what we have now is we have an address at nearlyfreespeechhost.com, nfshost.com. So it's not a real domain name like something.com. It's a subdomain. It's like something.nfshost.com. So that's a subdomain. So that's not going to be our final URL that we're going to want on that. But for now, I'm going to pull that up, and there won't be a website on there because we haven't uploaded anything yet. But there is like an error message there, so you can tell that we do have an account set up on Nearly Free Speech at that subdomain. So that's a good start. Now let's upload something real quick to that. So in Sublime Text, I'm going to make a blank web page. I'm going to save as index.html. Okay. Now I'm going to open Filezilla, my FTP client, and I'm going to grab the information here. Now I usually use FTP when I upload files. Nearly Free Speech much prefers that use SFTP, secure FTP, because it's encrypted or something. So let's go ahead and do that. Copy this, your SFTP hostname, and add this to your list of sites in the site manager in Filezilla. So copy the host in here, and then change this to normal, and you're going to have to grab your username, which is this long thing, and put it here, and then use your password, your regular Nearly Free Speech account password here. Okay, I'm going to hit OK to save this, and I think this should work now. Let's see if we can connect. Yeah, it's not happy about it. So it's not working. I don't know why. I'm going to pause it real quick. Okay, so I made a silly mistake here, and I forgot to switch the protocol from FTP to SFTP. Let's try it again now. Sweet. So now we're in there. So what we're looking here, I'm going to make this window a little smaller. Okay, so Filezilla, what we're looking at is this is on our computer and this is on our server. So I'm going to navigate to desktop in this area because that's where my index file is, and then I'm going to double click that to upload that to my server on Nearly Free Speech. Okay, so that file's now up there. So now if we go back and look at that, our site address, and refresh it, we get our web page. We just put hi in that HTML file. So now we have a little website up. What we need to do is hook a domain name up to that, so we don't have to be at this weird nfshost.com. We can have our own domain. So let's go to Namecheap. That's a domain registrar, one of the cheapest, one of the nicest. And let's sign up for an account. Okay, so here we have registered for an account with Namecheap. And let's get a domain. Okay, so right on their homepage they have this field where you can search. Okay, so that domain is available. If it weren't, it would tell you that it's already taken. I'm going to add it to my cart. And let's check it out. Make sure who is privacy is associated. That's the default. That'll keep your name and address from getting associated publicly with the website. I'm going to continue again. A lot of hoops to jump through when you're doing all this registration stuff. Okay, I'm going to pay now. Okay, it looks like they have automatic renewal on by default. You might unclick that. Yeah, if you're not into auto renewal on your credit card. Okay, so we have our domain now, so that's awesome. So we're going to go to manage the domain real quick now that we own it, because we have to change a couple settings. So I'm going to click on my domain. And you want to click transfer DNS to webhost. Okay, so here you need to find the DNS servers, the DNS server names or whatever from Nearly Free Speech. You find that here probably. I'm going to click View DNS. Yeah, here's what we need. Their name servers. There are usually two like that. We're going to paste the first one in here. And we're going to grab the second one and paste it here. I'm going to save my changes. Now this might go through real fast while I'm filming this video. This can also take as long as 24 hours. Once you hit save and you change those name servers, it has to propagate through the internet or whatever, and it takes a little bit of time. And sometimes even during that 24 hours, it can kind of switch back and forth between working and not working. But let's just see if it's working right off the bat. So we currently have this guy at that URL. Now we're going to try the actual URL. And it worked. So we are live, we are good. So that's super awesome. And I hope you learned something.